Loads of people have been asking about a verse and chorus and how you can do that on a Boss RC-500. In this video, I'm going to show you an intro, verse, chorus, and bridge. And I'm going to break down the previous video I just released and show you how I accomplished this by changing a couple of things. Hey folks, it's JP here. Welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before and you want to learn all about music tech and looping, then start now by clicking the subscribe button, hit that bell, and you won't miss anything. So if you saw the video I brought out before this one, it's a demonstration on the RC-500 of how you can get an intro, a verse, a chorus, and a bridge. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to put a link in the cards now so you can go back and watch it and then come back to this video for the breakdown. We went up a chorus. So to accomplish this, there's three elements we need to look at. The first one is the buttons themselves. Second one is a couple of functions inside the pedal. And the third one is the arrangement of the memories. So let's jump into the first one straight away, the pedals. So right out of the box, you have record, play, stop, and track select on the front of the RC-500. But these pedals can be completely changed into something else. And this is what I've done here. I've got two memories, memory 10 and memory 11. They're almost identical apart from a couple of little things to do with the rhythm section. Now on my RC-500, I've actually got the pedal setup set for system wide. So if I change the pedal setup, it's going to change it on every single memory. To do this, if you want to change it system wide, we go into menu, scroll across one to preference, and then you can say what pedal 1, which is record play, pedal 2, which is stop, pedal 3, which is track select, and even the control pedals and an expression pedal do. So you can see it says system there, or you can have it as memory. So all mine, as you can see here, pedal 1, 2, 3, and the control pedals 1 and 2, and even the expression pedal is set as system. Now that's totally your preference. Maybe you want this set as memory, so then between these two memories it does this, but on another memory they're completely different pedals. This is a massive thing for the RC-500 and it really sets it apart from its predecessors. So what have I done with these pedals? Well, let's find out. We're going to go into memory and we're going to scroll across until you find control. What I've done is I've changed all three of these pedals, and play and record is now track 1. So anything that gets recorded onto here is controlled with this pedal. Think of that as an RC5. So the option for this is track 1, record, play, stop, and clear. The only downside of that is you have to double tap the button if you want to stop the loop. Next is the stop pedal, which is pedal 2. And I've done exactly the same thing, but for track 2. So play, record, stop, and clear is now all on this one pedal for this track. What this means is I don't have to hit track select, and these two are independent. So then what have I done with track select? Well, you may have guessed it because it's blinking away in the same BPM as the rhythm. And for pedal 3, we've changed it to rhythm, play, stop. Now I have an FS7 attached to the RC-500, and that's important for this demonstration because these are memory up and memory down. So control 1 is the bottom one here, and that is memory decline or memory down, and control 2 is memory increase or memory up, as we'll call it. What this means is I'm able to utilize the memories. I can go up a memory whilst it's playing live and it'll play in time. So that's the pedals. Part 2 is a little bit internal. Now out of the box, the RC-500 is in multi-mode. What this means is track 1 and track 2 play together. This is what you would normally use if you had, say, a beat on track 1 and harmonies on track 2, and you want them to play at the same time. For this demonstration, we've got it in single mode. What this means is that track 1 is now the intro and track 2 is the verse. To achieve this, we need to go into memory and scroll across one until you get to play. Give that a click. Now, if yours says multi, you can just switch it over to single, which I've done there, but it doesn't stop there. Once you change it to single, it then asks you, single change, what do you want to do with that? Is it going to be immediate, or is it going to be at the end of the loop? I prefer doing it at the end of the loop. That way I can press it beforehand and just let it change over automatically. To set up memory 10 and memory 11, as we've got them here, I've pre-programmed it. So memory 10 is intro and verse. So that's the intro and that's the verse. And then we scroll up to memory 11 and that is the chorus and the bridge. Now I can achieve this by pressing up and down on here. You can see track 12 doesn't have anything on it. Press up and down and it goes to it straight away. You can see I've got stuff pre-recorded on here, and that was the demonstration in the previous video. I want these two to merge and play smoothly together. So there's a couple of things I've done and set up beforehand before I've recorded any loops. Starting with the rhythm. Now to access the rhythm menu, the quickest way is you can just hold down the on-off button and you're in. First thing is the level, and I've set that at about 45, and then the reverb at about 30. We're using the simple beat 1 pattern, and then we can use variation A. The kit I'm using in the example is the cajon, and then the starting point of this is before loop. What this means is I have the flexibility to either just hit this first of all and it'll record straight away, or what we can do is we can hit it first of all and the rhythm starts, then hit it a second time when I'm ready. We've also got pedal 3 as the rhythm start-stop anyway. The next one is stop, and I've actually got that set to off. The reason for that is because if I then stop a loop, it will stop the rhythm. So if you turn that off, then the rhythm becomes completely independent. Now with the RC-500 rhythm section, there are 4 parts. Part 1 is normally the kick, part 2 is normally the snare, part 3 is normally some kind of hi-hat, and part 4 are cymbals. By default, this rhythm actually has part 4 switched off. But what I've done is I've switched it on. I want to hear that little crash cymbal at the beginning of the beat, so I know it's the beginning of the beat, so I don't lose my place. Then what we do is we write that to the memory. Now the third thing I said to you before is the arrangement of the pedals and the memories. Of course, I've changed the name of the memory to intro/verse. Then what I did, I saved that exact same memory to memory 11. Most of the work is then already done for memory 11 because it's memory 10 and I just need to change a couple of things. So the BPM set, the kit set, the volume, the reverb, all that's done. Of course I've got to change the name, but I can do that later. Then when we go into memory 11, let's just go to the rhythm section. It's all the same. Simple beat pattern 1. But this time it's variation B. This gives it a little bit more of a lift for things like the chorus and the bridge. That way everything else is the same. The cajon, the 4/4 beat, the before loop on the start, the off on the stop, and also the parts. You can change this, of course. You can have whatever you like. And then you need to make sure that you write that to the memory. Then all you need to do is just change the name of the memory. So this is called chorus bridge, and we're set. Even though this is called intro verse and this one is called chorus bridge, you have to be aware of one thing when you're playing. If I'm on intro, which is track 1, and then I go up a memory, I will go into track 1 on memory 11. If I'm playing track 2 on memory 10 and I go up 1, it will play track 2 on memory 11. I hope you're with me on this, but what I've done here is I'm going to play intro on track 1, verse on track 2, then when I go up 1, the chorus is on track 2 and the bridge is on track 1 of memory 11. The reason for this is because I want to go between the verse and the chorus. And that's the part where I'm going to go between memory 10 and memory 11. Now before we go into the demonstration, if you have found value out of this content, then please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me and it helps the channel grow. Right, so let's have a listen to what we had. This is the intro. Intro. The other thing I'm going to do is go from the intro to the verse, but I'm going to press the button before it happens, and you'll see it flash as if it's kind of pre-armed to move over. Watch this. So now we're in the verse. This is the verse. I can turn the rhythm off independently. This is the verse. And then bring it back. This is the verse. This is the verse. So that's cool. We're going to go from the verse to the chorus. That means we're going to step up from memory 10 to memory 11. It's the simplest thing in the world because we've set it up correct and we've set it up for loop end. We can press this beforehand. We don't need to be bang on time for it. We can just press it and then it does the rest of the work. Watch this. This is the verse. This is the verse. As I said there. This is the verse. So I'm now going to use the FS7. This is the verse. Watch the meter. This is the verse. We went up a measure. So now we're in the chorus. We went up and just as simply I can go over to the bridge here. turn off the rhythm. Captain to the bridge. Ooh, chorus rhythm. Bridge. We went up a measure, gotta, chorus. Let's go back down to the verse. I'm gonna press Control 1. This is the verse. Do you see it's still playing track 2? So we'll go back up. Just a minute. So it's still playing track 2. We haven't moved over to track 1 at all. We're just going on track 2. Let me just stop that a minute. Let me explain this. So again, just to show you, we're on track 2, which is on memory 11. When we go down to memory 10, we're still on track 2. I hope that makes sense when you're moving between tracks. What this does is give you so much more variation when using the memories. The other thing you could do instead is you could keep the pedals pretty much the way they are, then still use the FS7 for memory up and memory down, and then you could have, say, 3 or 4 memories for the whole song. For example, memory 10 could be the intro, memory 11 could be the verse, memory 12 could be the chorus, and memory 13 could be the bridge. This way you can step up and step down and just utilize that really quickly. So that's how I utilize the memories to go between verse and chorus and bridge and intro, and you can utilize this in a number of different ways. If you want to learn more about the RC5 and RC-500, I have a playlist that should be on the screen about now, and you can go and watch that and dive into these amazing machines and get more out of your looper. Thank you very much for watching, folks. We'll see you on the next one. We went up a measure, gotta, chorus.